Definition of entertainment, according to Google, is the action of providing or being provided with amusement or enjoyment. So, why are we so amused? Or why do we enjoy entertainment so much? One might ask. Well, let me tell you. Let's take a TV show, for instance. You know, we might enjoy a TV show because of the romance, the suspense, the action, what have you, or, of course, a combination of both. But the reason we all enjoy TV is because there's always a character in which we can relate to. Now, for me, I love me some Pretty Little Liars. I thought I related to Arya. Just the simple fact of the romance behind it, not even liking older men, that little thing behind it, but that doesn't even matter. The point I'm trying to make with this is they want you to feel like you can relate to someone. Who can relate? Pockets of the future. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean? So now that you've got a character that you can relate to, sooner or later, there's gonna come a situation that the character is dealing with that you're gonna feel like something similar has happened to you, or you're going through the same thing as that character. And these screenwriters, these producers, directors, actors all come up with real life situations that may or may not have happened, but they do it so that we can relate. They come up with these, real life situations so that we can relate. I know I just said that like 5,000 times, but that's the case. That's what they do. And now let me tell you how they sneak the programming inside of you, like how they work their way into your mind. They get you up with a character. They get you thinking that y'all are going through the same thing with whatever character, and then they tell you how to deal with it. So for example, this past week, me and my fiance Robert, now Robert's my fiance. Like I said, I don't want to be saying that. I just when I say Robert, just know who I'm talking about, so I gotta keep explaining myself. Who's Robert? Who's Robert? Okay, anyways, now that we got that out the way, we went to go see Blockers with Leslie Mann, John Cena, and that some other white guy. And just so y'all know, I'm about to spoil this movie, so listen at your own risk. So the overall plot of this movie was for John Cena, Leslie Mann, and the other dude is to stop their teenagers from having sex on prom night. So Leslie Mann's character finds out her daughter and her friends made a sex pact. Of course, like most parents would, the main characters in this movie are on a mission to stop them, okay? At first, that's where they get you. They act morally correct at the beginning, and that's how they get you to watch their bull shiznai. But by then, you've already subconsciously created a comfortable place for them in your mind because it's your favorite actor or the storyline's cool. And you don't realize this, but by you enjoying what you're watching, you're letting fake emotions affect you. Why the hell should we be emotional over something that isn't real? These movies aren't real. They're real life situations, but the emotions that the emotions that come out of us while watching these, it's kind of sick. Why should we feel this way when we watch movies if it ain't even real? Now this is me taking it way too far, but I see how it can. I see how TV's like messes with our heads, and I see how it programs us. So this is me going in depth. I'm not saying, oh, you can never watch movies, stop watching movies. If you feel convicted to stop, then stop. Holy Spirit's trying to lead you. I just recently got convicted on music. Like I mentioned in one of my vlogs that I was going to go to a neighborhood concert, And then I went out with my friend and we were talking about it, and she looked up the tickets. Some joints was sold out, so I can't even much go. But something happened when I was watching another G. Craig Lewis DVD that I was just like, ew, like why am I still listening to music? Like this stuff is disgusting. Like not only is it ridiculously sexually perverse, but it's so immoral. Like it's just garbage, and it shouldn't do anything for me, and I'm gonna stop listening to it. So I deleted all my music playlists on my YouTube, and I mean I haven't listened to music for like 3 or 4 days. It's now Saturday. But anyways, oh, what was I saying? I'm so sorry, I got off track. Yeah, emotions and how they're fake and all that. We shouldn't be getting all hype about something that isn't real. And like I said, this is just me going in depth and me being deep with it. But this is how they do it. So in the movie, Leslie Mann's character finds the hotel room that her daughter is in with her boyfriend before her daughter's in there. So she's basically in the room before her daughter's in there. And she sees, the bed's done all nice, and you know finally her daughter and the boyfriend goes in there, and she has to hide under the bed. Now she just gets this, she sees them for like a couple minutes dancing, and she thinks it's all romantic, and in her little head she's like, oh, they really like each other, I guess it's okay for them to have sex. So do you see how like they start you out in the movie like, yeah, you better go get your kids, because yeah, who can relate to that? Yeah, anyone can relate to that. Yeah, my kids is out here trying to have sex and I'm trying to stop it. So they're going to go watch a movie like this, and then they see, oh, wait, the kid might actually be in love. Let's actually just let the kid actually have sex. It's so ridiculous. Like, no. Yes, two kids might actually really like each other, but it doesn't mean that you should condone your child having sex. Like, are you kidding me? Premarital sex, bruh? Like, it's one thing if, it's happening behind your back. It's another thing if it's right in your face and you can do something to stop it. This is how they get you. They do what you think is morally correct at first, and then they slip something into your mind. Now, when you're watching this, you might not automatically think that that's okay, but you'll start to think about it, and what you've watched will play a part in real life. Like, it could happen a day from whenever you watch that movie, or a month, a year, whatever, from whenever you watch it, and now it will subconsciously slip into your mind like, oh, but they really love each other. Like, it's just crazy stuff like that happens, and that's why entertainment is a joke. Okay, that's basically what all freaking TV shows and movies are. And if you think about it, why we need to be entertained. We can't stay here and the world, we made for Jesus and God. We're supposed to entertain, we're supposed to do the works of God. We're not supposed to pleasure ourselves and have pleasure like that. It's so much, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but so much so that we let it affect us in that way. People sit in front of the freaking TV for hours just binging, and I'm guilty of this as well. But I'm just saying, this is exact that. Do you understand? Did that make sense? Like, do you realize how TV and movies and stuff like that gets in your head? Do you see how it works? I think I did a good job explaining that. Like, that's ridiculous. They sit there and make real life situations happen, and then once they happen to you in your real life, there's a big chance that you see that you actually do what they did on the TV show. Because how many different TV shows almost have the same plot line? Obviously, they're trying to get you to do something, right? The only freaking TV show, like episode, like specific plot line that I've seen that I haven't seen anywhere else was on Saved by the Bell. And I loved me some Saved by the Bell. It was funny as a mug. Kelly or whatever, they had some popular guy come into their school, and he was trying to smoke weed, I think, or was it cocaine? I don't know. It was one of them, but they made the slogan, "There's no hope in dope," And I mean, I gotta watch that episode again, but it seemed like, they were trying to say no to drugs. But, there's always a freaking ambiguous meaning to everything. So, anyway, that's all I got for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. And please leave, comments on what you think about entertainment. And, I'm going to try to come out with another video like this. I'm going to try really hard to just not do transvestigations as much because it gets a little repetitive and I'm getting annoyed with it. I do want to keep doing them, but not as much. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. And sorry you can hear my sister's music in the background. Also, go ahead and check out my Patreon. I would love you so much if you just looked at it. Thank you so much. And stay tuned for another video. I'm really going to try to put another one out this week. Okay, love you, bye. Okay, it's going to stop. It's not stop.